beauty and pleasure. These are remarkable parts of us being image bearers. We're the only creatures that are drawn to things visually. We can look at something and we can recognize beauty. We can hear something that delights us and we're drawn to it. We have taste buds. Everything doesn't taste bland and ordinary to us. We have taste buds. We can distinguish and delight in the things we taste or smell or feel. All of this is image-bearing capacity within us. And we have a God that has created things that our receptors can connect to. And that really puts on display God's countenance for us, that He wants us to be pleased and feel pleasure and to experience this overwhelming sense of delight as we encounter creation and one another in Him. And that's really what we see in chapter 2, verse 9, where it says, "And out of the ground the Lord God made to spring up for every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food." It should stagger us that God would say, I'm going to create something that is pleasant to the sight. And I want my image bearers to experience it and to delight in it. And really in the garden, it would have just led to worship. As we saw this thing that delighted us, that was beautiful, it would led right to acknowledging God as the creator of that has provided that for us, that wants us to experience these things. And isn't that the countenance of God? Sometimes we lose sight of that. That we as His image bearers, He wants to be blessed and to experience pleasure and joy in this life. And He's given us so much of that. Now, after the fall, we've turned most of that into ways we can sin and idols and all kinds of things. But in the garden, it was just wonderful, overwhelmingly beautiful and delightful, and really just talks about God's countenance for us. And what a remarkable thing that we are image bearers and have these capacities.